Hello everybody, and welcome to Senior Susie Stamps. Today we're going to finish up some projects that we made the backgrounds for yesterday, and I wanted to say that I'm still working on trying out placements for this new shotgun mic that I got, and I know that yesterday, sometimes when I was dipping down to work on something up close, I kind of got away from the mic, so we'll have to see as the next couple of weeks go along whether it's going to work or not for me. But at any rate, I have some fun cards today. Now, you know that collage background that we made yesterday was completely wild, and I have to confess I only have 3 cards today because I had a senior moment the time that I cut them. I thought, well, I would run them through my Xyron machine, and you've seen all that before, so I didn't see any point to doing that again today. But on one of them, I did them face down instead of face up, and I put the adhesive on the top side, so there you go. But at any rate, we got 3 cards today. So let's get started. These are going to be some fun little cards, and I'm hoping that you can see the glitter shine on that some, because it's really nice, and it's just around the outside edge. So I have this one matted up on a piece of black cardstock, and I'm just going to glue this down onto a lateral side fold A2 size card. So and then we're going to use some of the die cuts that came out of this paper pack called Hopscotch, and I did look yesterday for us to see. The paper is no longer available, however the die cuts are. So this card is planned to have a little bit wider border on it of the white, and the reason I like to use that Books by Hand PVA glue is because it gives me just an extra little tiny bit of slip time to position things when I need it. And then I have these little ladybug die cuts that I just thought were adorable. Now there's a right and a left. You could put them like this, but then they're kind of looking away from each other. So I'm going to put them on like this, where they're looking towards each other like 2 little friends, and make this a little friendship card. And I believe I'm going to put those up on some foam. So let's get started with that process and see where we go from there. I also did some small stamp words out of that word set that I've showed you in the past, and I made 2 Happy Day, so that'll go on there. And then I have this little speech bubble hello that came with the die cuts, and I thought that would be fun to go on this little card. And I have a little ladybug stamp that came out of an older stamp set from Stampin' Up that I've had forever. I just think these guys are adorable. Okay, let me see. We want to make sure that we get the hello put in there kind of prominently, and I believe I'm going to put that straight down, and I'll put it down with some art glitter glue so it gets a good grip. The paper that we did yesterday, the collage paper, is really textured, and so that means that you have to have a little extra grip on your glue sometimes. So this is just going to be a little hello friend card, and it was quick and easy to make using that background that we did yesterday. And I didn't add anything else to this background. I did go in on one of them, and we'll see that in just a second. And I added some gold and some colored ink, glitter ink, to that one to make it even more festive, if you can imagine. And I'm just going to put this Happy Day kind of down here. in between the little ladybugs. And there's the front of that card finished. Now, I think I might put some little gems on that. Let me see. Wonder what color would be good. I'm thinking just clear ones maybe, because it is kind of over the top. Let's just see what we got here. Looks like I got some colored ones mixed up in with my clear ones. This is my little jewel picker by Marvy, and I like it. Somebody asked me about these the other day. I like it because it has two different sized ends on it. And I have recently started using 2mm gems, and I find that the smaller end of this picks those up a little better. So let's just see. Let's try a couple of these red ones since I've got them here. If I could get them put down right. I don't know. I kind of like the red ones. I'm putting red ones on. You know, red's kind of my favorite color, or one of my favorite colors. So I'm geared to it. I better get some red ones out, hadn't I? And I guess these have just kind of flowed on over from the red ones to the clear ones. So I need to take those out and sort them. But that is a project for another day. So let's see. We'll just put some on here. And try not to overdo it. Sometimes I think I might do a little too much. But you know how I kind of like my little glam going on there. I think that's where that is. I'm going to put one down here and one over here. And then on the inside, I have this cute little ladybug stamp that kind of goes with these little guys here. So I thought I would use that and call this card done. So I'm going to put that in on black ink. Get my glue bottle put back together here. And I believe I'm going to use VersaFine just for the detail, because these are such bold black statements on this card. And so I think we'll just put that right over here. And maybe put another one in. And hope whoever gets this card likes ladybugs. So I think this leaves plenty of room for a nice little note. It's versatile. You can use it for thank you or just hi, how you doing, or whatever. And it's colorful and cheerful and made out of those little tiny bits of scrap paper. So yay, there's one card done. Let's see what else we got. Let me get this ink out of the road, because you know how I am. I have a little stray guy there. Okay. This is card number 2. And it looks like we're going to do some bees on this one. Oh, this has a little black and red border on it. Now let's kind of go through and look at that, because I used my black Sharpie on top of the collage piece here. I just took my ruler and drew my black Sharpie down. Then I added a couple of little bee stamps, and it's this stamp. We're going to use that on the inside as well. And this stamp, if I remember correctly, is mounted upside down, which makes it a little problematic. What I usually do on these is I'll get my labeler out, and I will do that before I put this away, and make a notation on the top that it's upside down, because there's nothing more frustrating than buying a used stamp and stamping it thinking you're going in the right direction and have that blow up in your face after you're completely finished with your card. Let me go ahead and put this base down. And this is just some Astro Bright re-entry red paper that I got from Amazon or Walmart. I don't remember which. But it just needed a red paper border, I think. And there we go. I'm going to rub it from the back. And this is that one, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it has that little kind of dark spot where I tried to put that blue back in. Well, we're going to put this right in the middle of that card, and it will pretty much cover most all of that stuff up. So I've got this little sentiment, be well soon, and I use this little stamp there. So I guess I'm going to cover up one of my little bees that I stuck on. And then I made this. This is adorable. Let me show you these stamps because I found them used. And this one is, of course, the one that I made this little critter out of. And then the Be Well Soon. And let me look because I don't remember what brand these are. They're different. This is C222 Be Well. And it's CTWH company. But then this one, this was just a little mixed lot of stamps that I got just for my little bee drawer. And this is Q296 Bumblebee. Adorable. And it's, I never can read that. JDL Design Company. I know that's not quite right, but someone will put that in the comments as to what that is. I just can't see it well enough to see. So I stamped this onto some of that designer paper, this paper here, and then appliqued it onto the original, and I cut a little stinger and used my little heart punch to make some little extra wings, and then I put a little red flower on his back. Is he cute or what? So these little guys, they just crack me up, and I think they make adorable little cards. And as I have said before, it makes no difference to me at all how old a stamp is as long as it stamps well. So let's get these put down. I'm just going to glue this down flat because there's dimension on everything else. And I'm going to put this right in the middle of the card, both laterally and horizontally and vertically. There we go. And these little guys are going to get covered up. That's the nature of it. I've already got foam on the back of this one. And the little stinger should point then right up to the sentiment of Be Well Soon. That's just as cute as it can be. Now, and I'm going to cover up my other little guy there. I just drop this one down in here some, so that my little tails can be inside the card range there. And there we go. And then I'm just going to put some little bees on the inside, remembering that they're upside down. And I am going to use my Memento ink on this one because I might go back and try to just lightly put a little yellow color in that one. And it leaves plenty of room for a little handwritten note that way. And there we go. See? All right, card 2 is done. We're just rocking on here, aren't we? Now, I never would have thought that collage paper would make a Christmas card. Did you think of that? I didn't. But as I was remembering last night that I had decided I was going to try to make a Christmas card every week, or 2 Christmas cards every week, I just decided that I would make this one into a Christmas card. And so I went to all my Christmas supplies to see what I had available. And in that Word stamp kit, there's Merry Christmas, so I made some of that. This is a little 3-layer piece that I did a video showing how to cut the layers on Scan and Cut. So I'm going to put this, I've already put my insert in here. I'm going to put this directly onto this black cardstock that should really make it pop. And we're just going to glue it down like we have all the rest of them. And after I glue it down, I'll show you the additional ink that I put on this little card base here, and hopefully you'll be able to see it. There's some metallic ink on here. Rub it from the back. Now, I'm not sure you'll be able to see, but there's some gold metallic ink here and here, and around the little squares I've got some gold metallic ink. I also went back in with some red metallic ink, and it just kind of disappeared, but you can see remnants of it around in here. I also did some little stripes in gold here and here and here. And all that did was just make it a little more festive. And I think this is a perfect background for a Christmas card because, you know, Christmas can be chaotic. Or at least Christmases in my life can be chaotic sometimes. And so I thought a chaotic Christmas card made perfect sense. But I'm going to put this little tree in first and then build the rest of the card around it, because I want it to go right smack dab in the center of this card as the focal point. And I don't want it to get lost and shift it around. So I'm going to put it in first. And you see how that, even that just by itself, really is a fabulous card. But I found these holographic snowflakes. Now, these either came from the Dollar Tree or from Hobby Lobby, and honestly, I cannot remember which. I am going to put them down with some art glitter glue because I want them to grip on and hold. And this one, I'm going to kind of hang off this. I don't like that that blob glitter there, so I'm going to hang this off the side down here and kind of cover up some of that glitter a little bit. And then we'll trim the edges back when we get finished with the process here. I'm going to hold that for just a little minute for that art glitter glue to grab in there, and it'll stay just fine. And then we'll put these other, I think I'll put the Merry Christmas in first because it needs its own little placement before we do the other snowflakes. And what I was thinking is kind of up here, breaking the line of that piece there. And then this one will go over here on this side and maybe hang off the side. Let's try that. Let's see. I think it'll be fine. That's a pretty wild Christmas card, isn't it? But that's all right. There we go. And I don't mind that hanging off a little bit there. And then let's do these. You have to be kind of careful with these things because there is a right side and a wrong side to these little holographic snow flakes. And one more down, and that card will be finished as well. So there we go. Red snowflakes, and I got some ink on, some glue on that. Let me get a baby wipe, see if I can get that off right quick. I think that'll be just fine. I believe that's going to work. Okay, so let me trim this off from the back. And there we go, a very festive Merry Christmas card out of that wild collage piece that we made yesterday. So let me bring all the cards back in, and you can see them all together. I'll bring all the original ones plus the 3 that we've made today. So this was the starting point, remember? And then we did these 2. I did those before I even came online with you all. And then we have the wild ones. And I hope you've enjoyed this process. I know I have. I think this kind of card making is just fun to do. It's pretty liberating and it stimulates your creativity more than just copying something and pasting it down. So I hope you'll try it when you have a few little oddball scraps of card. And I will talk to you again soon, and have a great week.